Hey everybody, welcome back to another episode of WoW Classic. We are hanging out in the Red Ridge Mountains today with a band of skinners. I'm assuming this is where we can get artisan skinning here, but we have to get our skinning up to 200 first, so at least we know where that is when the time comes. We're at 141 on a 150 skinning. I feel like we probably could have been a little bit higher than that had I been more diligent in skinning everything that I could. But here we are. Today we are working on Solomon's Law. We need Shadowhide pendants. In case you didn't see the Stockades episode, I think that's where I showed off the lesser wizard's robes that we were able to craft with our improved tailoring. Those actually took silk and some spider silk that I had to get from the auction house that was luckily pretty cheap, so we have that going for us. We have a new wand, the Thunderwood, level 22, deals more damage than Cookie's wand, so we're looking good there as well. And we have also gotten a hold of an azure silk hood. I got this before I realized I was about to learn how to make it myself, so that was a little unfortunate. But we have it now, and that's what matters. The Stockades run, I still have to go in and take out one guy, and I could probably just do that by myself whenever I want. And this one is complete. Head of Targor, I believe this turns in back in Lakeshire. If I'm not mistaken, that's where we got it from.
I can't cast that yet.
So these gnolls should be dropping Shadowhide pendants for us. But they are at level with us, so they're not exactly going to be pushovers. And therefore we're going to have to think a little carefully about how we pull. Like, these two are getting too close. Are we going to get lucky? Yeah, we're okay. We're okay as long as we can get some distance here. I don't like how close he keeps pathing. That's incredibly troublesome. We've got a few new ranks of spells that we are now using that we picked up back at level 24. I don't remember quite what they were. I think we got Holy Fire rank 2. Maybe another level of renew. But suffice to say, we've improved some of our core abilities by training new ranks. So we should be all up to par with trained abilities. Everything should be dealing its maximum potential amount of damage for the level that we're at. I feel like these guys are buff enough that we may have to throw a smite into them to expedite the slaughtering process, as it were. As far as talents, we finished off in this row and we're now putting points into meditation, which is going to allow us a maximum of 15% of our mana regeneration to continue while casting. That's why it's important for us to be stacking the spirit stat, because spirit is going to factor into improving our mana regeneration. And that's kind of what we're building our class around right now, is the ability to regenerate mana quickly and efficiently. Well, that's less than ideal. If we pull this other guy, it's going to get even more or less than ideal. it seems to be basically 100% drop rate, so
I need to get closer.
no complaints there. We have to be careful of these guys that patrol around. And sometimes it's hard to tell which ones do and which ones don't because they will post up in one position for a while. This guy is kind of scaring the hell out of me. I feel like I'm just about to go straight smite on him. And hope that when he runs he doesn't get very far. Oh good, he didn't have a chance to run. That was kind of what I wanted. We need to buy some sweet nectar, which will be level 25 beverage. See you coming up on my left. We need that very badly because A, we're out of melon juice. B, melon juice isn't giving us a lot of mana back, so... I was kind of hoping we could finish this quest and then head back to Lakeshire and take care of some of those things and turn in the one quest that we were able to complete in the Stockades. We just had so many problems filling a real Stockades group. I swear, I've never seen anything like it. There aren't a lot of tanks. Obviously, I think many people who wanted to play a tank did that right away. They got that character to 60, and now they're rolling alts. Alts that aren't tanks. So, in lieu of being able to find a tank, when you look for a tank for low-level dungeons, what you get instead are level 60 characters who are really decked out in all the best gear, and they're selling you a run through a dungeon to power level you up. Which, in my opinion, is not the way the game is intended to be played. At all. And so then there's the people who would argue the existence of a cross-realm looking for group finder, and they say, well, that's not the way the game is intended to be played at all. You're supposed to search for a group of like-minded individuals and go dungeon delving, and I completely agree. That would be great. Except now in Classic what we have instead is a gold economy based on higher level outgeared players running lower level players or alts through the leveling content, so that people who are trying to experience the leveling content organically, like us, and actually do the group content in a group of at-level like-minded people like us, we aren't really getting the chance to do that anymore. It's incredibly hard to put a group together unless you just get really lucky and you happen to be on at the time when a group is going out. It might be the one group that goes out in that hour period for Dead Mines or whatever dungeon. But you do get a lot of whispers from people who are definitely willing to sell you for gold, supposedly, runs through dungeons. I don't know if there is a cash component to this or if they just want gold. I have not responded to any offers as to such, and I have just ignored every player who has whispered me with such an offer so that I don't ever have to hear from them again. And it's really frustrating and kind of a little bit demoralizing, actually. I guess the next time that most people who are starting now will be able to experience the game as it's intended will be when the Burning Crusade comes out. So our choices for now are basically solo level a character to 60, shelf him until Burning Crusade, and then we'll have about 2 months to enjoy the game the way it's supposed to be enjoyed before power levelers have all hit max level and then start selling those boosts. Good times. And that's sarcasm. I'm still going to endeavor to put a run together for every dungeon that we can as we level to 60, but I think we're going to see more and more of what we saw in the Stockades, which was not only could I not find a tank, I couldn't even get an at-level 5th DPS who was interested in doing the content, and it was 9 o'clock at night Eastern Time on a Saturday, and I feel like that's a pretty damn good time to be playing World of Warcraft, especially in a world where you're not going out clubbing. And if you are, you're an idiot and you probably should stay home. I am sassy today. I've probably been watching too much MSNBC. It was a successful 4-man run of the Stockades. And some of the situations we got ourselves into and out of were actually very interesting. And I would be really content to take 4 such men or women into all content that I do in the future. And we can just army of 4 it. And we don't need tanks. We have powered shield. And tremendous priest threat. I have been planning to take one of the talents to reduce our threat, but in light of having to kind of tank some of the enemies in Stockade, hell no, I'm not taking that. I might need to generate threat. Because there will be no tanks, apparently. Alright, we only need 2 more of these. Time must just go faster. The drop rate goes faster when Robert bitches about things. Maybe a lot of people who would be leveling up in Classic or playing tanks in Classic, maybe those people have gone back to retail to prepare for Shadowlands expansion. I don't know why they would want to do that and not just wait for the 9.0 patch and the revised leveling experience, etc. if they're looking to get another character up, but maybe they have. That's 9.
That spell isn't ready yet.
I think it is. Oh, we don't want you both. Alright, we'll take you. I think for tailoring, we're actually entering the realm of silk now, and we're getting wool still. And I think there's still a few things we can do with wool, but mainly we need silk. So, oh hi, you almost blended right into the nothingness there. Alright, there we go. Let's take a look here, however. Blackrock Bounty. 15 Blackrock Champions. To the north, just west of the road. Okay, well, where the heck is that? Let's take a look. To the north, that's east of the road. To the north, just west of the road. So yeah, okay, yes, this is west, because I know directions. Yeah, so maybe up here? And in that case, do we just run there and try to do that one as well? Let's do that. Let's try to knock out 2 quests before we go back. You can just piss right off. I gotta tell you, Psychic Scream getting a lot of useful play in the Stockade run if you haven't seen it. I feel like the 4 of us had to pull every tool we could out of our class's toolkit to really survive some of the encounters that we got ourselves into. Very interesting gameplay. It's just unfortunate that it had to happen for the reasons that it did. We have Stonewatch Keep here. I don't think we need to do anything here yet.
I need to target something first.
No, you're good. Well, then again, what's going on here? We need Yowler. Maybe we're missing some quest. What are these guys? These grunts? We could have fought these guys for, you know, I think we were farming them up here. Maybe we could have came over here and had an easier time with those axes, right? Huh, interesting. Good to know, because they're all level 19. What is this guy? Oh, whoops. Very professional. Just nothing like a coffee cup banged up against the microphone to shatter your eardrums. I'll always be haunted by the missing cooking quest that we didn't get to come down here and slaughter all these spiders and condor birds. Actually not really that broken up about it at all. I was gonna say, we have to make this. Alright, we can go where I think they are, which is like way back here. They could also be back in this area. Let's just stop tracking that, please, as a reminder of my failure. And let's start tracking that instead. Shit. Okay, I clicked over him and I thought, oh damn, maybe we don't have a skinning knife. But no, somebody left their loot on the bodies. You're not a champion, but I'm gonna kill you to fight my way back here to figure out if there are champions back here or what. Well, there's these warlocks who are just like assholes. Because they have an imp. Oh, and they have friends.
That's still recharging.
Ouch.
Not ready yet. I can't cast that yet.
Okay, now I'll deal with you. Nice try, though. Let's see. Tracker, summoner, champion. Damn it, they are back here. And they're nestled in deep in these camps. Look at how thick this is. How in the hell? How in the actual hell would we even ever conceive of pulling any of this? Something is not right. Something is not right. Are we supposed to have help for this quest? Because it sure seems like that's what would be necessary. Can we pull this asshole? And by the time we kill all this stuff, guys, it's going to have respawn behind us. Because it's going to take a long ass time for us to be able to clear it all. Even if we can. We're going to get 2, 3, 2 with an imp. Maybe just 4. Maybe we get that whole pack. You know, this is not striking me. Unless we can do stuff like get this one guy. No, we can't. I don't think this shit's gonna work. Can I keep just with this one guy? Pull him out, let the other one drop? Like, is that something I can do if I keep hitting the one guy but not the other guy? Or just no?
That spell isn't ready yet.
Well, this has been incredibly disappointing from the people who brought you... Well, the Battle for Azeroth expansion, I guess, would be a good analogy for disappointment. But, yeah, this sucks. I mean, we could do this, but it's gonna take forever. You there. We could use you. Even if we don't actually need you in our group, we can maybe use you as a distraction. Because that was shit. No, come back this way, man. Do you not need these guys yet? You should bounce your happy ass back up here and help me out. Can I go around some of these guys? Is that what I need to do? Oh shit, I don't like this at all. I don't like this for so many reasons. That didn't fucking work. It could have worked if I had maybe kept going. Oh shit, we're totally fucked. Piss off everybody.
That's still recharging.
I'm just gonna pound this until it lets it go off. I mean, I could look at the countdown, but... Okay, so that was an abject, utter failure. My only other hope is that down here, there are champions, right? I mean, what's the alternative? The alternative is we literally have to get a group for a quest that's a solo quest. Big tears right now. Is there like a shortcut maybe through here? No, doesn't look like it. Alright, well, let's piss out of here. And we'll take this road up here and we'll just see what is behind door number 2. Because door number 1 has behind it just an insurmountable task. We're not going to be able to take on those bigger camps. It didn't seem like we were going to have a lot of success at circumventing them. Maybe if I would have just ran at those other 2 guys and been prepared to take them on, maybe I wouldn't have aggroed the 3, 4, 5, whatever was there. I don't know. I don't know, and I don't really want to find out. So we'll investigate this way, which is probably going to yield absolutely nothing for us. But it's worth a look. I'm glad, like, we have our view distance at max, but then this shit just shows up as we're 2 feet from it. That's awesome. It looks like there are gonna be gnolls this way, and not orcs. That's what it looks like to me. Yeah, okay. Well, maybe we can find Yowler back here somewhere. That would be something that maybe we could accomplish. No one has spoken in general for God knows how long. Plenty of people. I'm not helping out anybody here. I am not getting myself embroiled onto their aggro chain. No, no, no. We found Yowler. What do we have to do to Yowler? Do we have to loot him? We need his paw. If I were to just kill him, and only him as quickly as I could, would I be able to loot him before I died? I'm just gonna watch this play out. And then maybe if they take him out first, we can catch a respawn before his ads are back up. They're clearly going with the, like, target Yowler, DPS him down, loot him kind of deal. Like, they got this, I think. Oh, they also got an ad. Oh shit, somebody healed Yowler. It must have been this mystic over here throwing heals. They're being pushed back. They got aggro from up here on the ridge now. They're running. I don't know what happened to Yowler. But that dude's down. Everyone should be resetting. Maybe they got him. Oh, Red Ridge Alpha. Not sure where these guys are running off to. This Mystic's just back here healing them all up. He's running up the mountainside. He's like, yeah, I'm trying to reset. Not working too well. All of these guys reset. Okay. Did they get Yowler though? I'm not seeing his corpse. Oh yeah. They got all of his ads for us. I'm gonna go full smite on this one, loot him, and get the hell out of here. I feel like they had a big enough group of people to do it. They just weren't very careful about all the shit they were pulling around them. If they'd have tossed us a group invite, I certainly would have helped out. See you later. Alright, with that complete, I think we can go ahead and hearth back to Lakeshire. I mean, we're basically right there. Why even waste the hearth? You I don't like. You I'm not going to be able to avoid. And you may be asking yourself, Robert, wasn't that a little opportunistic there, what you did? Yeah, it was a little bit. But as I said, if they had tossed me a group invite, I would have definitely helped out. I'm just not going to get stuck onto their aggro chain, because then what happens is after they all run away frantically and die, not realizing there's two healers healing Yowler, after they've already made all those mistakes, if we get on their aggro chain, we're just as dead as they are. We're not gonna save anybody. And probably the same thing would have happened. I would have focused on Yowler, looted him before everything got back and murdered me. So maybe some of my recent experiences in Classic with people power leveling other characters and no real sense of community or wanting to play the game like the way that is intended, maybe that has just jaded me a little bit, I don't know. But anyway, we got the paw. Now Werner Osgood can hopefully sleep easily at night, not having to hear the terrifying yelping of a crazy gnoll.
Hey there.
Hey there. Like, are we in a secret drug deal? What's happening? Again, thank you for your help. The Stormwind army is so busy dealing with the orcs, they don't have the troops to protect Red Ridge. Yeah, we know. We need another ring. Yeah, I'll take it. Definitely, for sure.
For the Alliance.
Absolutely worth it. Can fill up that second ring slot finally, which means we just need a neck and some trinkets, and we'd be all set. Well, not all set, but we'd almost be fully equipped out. Let's drop some of our junk.
I supply only the finest goods.
This item begins a quest. That's important. Let's go ahead and use that in a second.
Safe
Alright,
travels.
let's take a look at that. Theocritus's retrieval. You hear a disembodied voice. Do not be alarmed. I am Theocritus, High Mage of Tower Azora in Elwyn Forest. The pendant you are holding is a method of communication between the Shadowhide Gnolls and their master, Morganth. Though, through months of research, I believe I can too communicate through these pendants. If you can hear this message, then my spell was a success. Bring me this pendant and I will reward you for the service. Yeah, that's in the middle of Albion between Goldshire and the logging camp, so shouldn't be a problem. Let's get our bag out of the way of our map here. This might be the quest we completed, Stockades.
How are you?
Nope, this is the pendants. Court of Lakeshire recognizes your commitment to justice. By enforcing the laws of the kingdom, you have helped uphold the justice of the land.
See you later.
This was the random guard that wanted us to go into the stockades and kill a gnoll. Or no, it wasn't a gnoll. It was an orc, I guess. Have you been to the storm? Have you been to Stormwind yet? The stockade? I fear whatever trickery that has kept Targor the Dread alive for this long will eventually bring about his freedom. Nope, he's dead. Targor the Dread has finally met his fate. I, for one, am glad to hear the beast now knows what it is like to be on the receiving end of death's ruthless grip. You have done well. Sometimes the truest justice can only be found outside the courtroom and beyond the clouded vision of politics. That's an opinion. It's called being a vigilante. And apparently in this case, that's what we were. We are going to take the staff, but just to sell it.
For the Alliance.
Was expecting maybe a blue item from that, but no such luck. Alright, let's take a look here. This needs to go to Elwyn. Blackrock bounty, we just need to be a couple more levels and maybe we could take on those big camps by ourselves. Other than that, we're just trying to get lucky and find another player around. Back in the wetlands, we have to travel to the excavation site. And we have to find some more fen creepers. I've been working on these guys a little bit. They're just stealthed in the rivers, so you can't see them. They're kind of a pain in the ass to run around and find, and it's not very exciting to watch me run up and down every little river in the wetlands trying to unveil these guys. But we will try to finish that and get down to the excavation site and see what else there is to be seen. We're rocking all yellow quest. I was really hoping at some point some would be green or some more would open up, but this is where we're at, guys. So we're going to take a break here for the day. As always, thank you so much for joining me. Your support means the world to me. And I hope you're taking care of yourselves out there and taking care of each other. And we'll see you again soon. Bye now.